know the deal, baby. MIC Podcast, episode 138, where everyone is a master of their own creation. We have another special guest in the building. He is a multimedia artist, videography, cinematography, photography. He's also an artist as well, but I'm sure if you're in the city, you've used his services for videography or photography at one point. He's worked with a whole bunch of people. We have the Cameron Warren in the building, man. What's shaking, bro?
Hey, man. Pleasure to be here.
Thank
you for having me on.
Man, thank you so much for taking the time, man. It's in my research, man, I know you're a man of many hats, bro. So I think anyone who is a fan of your work or as use your services at one point can look at this and watch this, bro, and just even kind of get like a different perspective on you and just really just see your story of how you've built your career, man, because it's really you've put the groundwork in for your career, and a lot of people trust you and use your services, man. So it'll be dope to chop it up, man.
Appreciate that, man.
My G's, of course, bro. So again, before the cameras even turned on, you were even kind of giving me a scope of where you're currently residing, but where in Pittsburgh are you from? If you're from Pittsburgh at all?
Penn Hills.
Penn Hills. Okay,
yeah,
where? Okay, sorry. Yeah, and so no, so I mean you're still living there now. Is that what was the scene like as far as childhood for you, growing up?
It was pretty. You mean just overall?
Yeah. I mean, just how was your experience? Was it super creative? Was just were you stumbling into that creative bug later on in life? What was that vibe like?
I would say with me, just my creative career starting really. I just always enjoyed the arts.
Okay.
Really, I just enjoyed learning. That
Okay.
was the biggest thing. And I just wanted to be a part of really quite a bit.
Yeah.
I always liked jazz music, and that's
Okay.
one thing that kind of promoted me to do concert band.
Okay.
Really early. And basically from there, just the rest is
it just kind of were your parents a big influence as far as just showing you jazz music, or was it just something you were kind of going out and finding yourself?
My parents listened to so much music.
Yeah, right.
And that's one thing that really assisted with me just being versatile.
Sure.
I remember that one of the biggest things when I stayed at my grandparents' house,
mm-hmm.
They had a jazz station that was always on. I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And they put that jazz station on, and I was like, yeah, that's some good stuff.
Yeah, right.
And so that's kind of what, kind of inside, I was like, oh, I like that.
Yeah,
like
for
that
sure.
feeling.
Definitely. Would you say that was your kind of your earliest memory of music just even kind of touching you, or just even having an effect on you?
Yeah, really just music everywhere.
Okay.
That was a big, I would say, I do remember that one.
Yeah.
And my parents, I was born here, but they're from Virginia. So,
okay.
All my family, anytime we got to go,
that's crazy. Okay.
We were on the road.
Okay.
We got to see some people. So, really, just the road trips going.
Yeah.
That's really where a lot of that music, I just kind of was, taking it all in.
Sure. Yeah.
So on the trips.
Would you say that music for you was was that the main creative or art form that you were drawn to when you were younger, or was there other things that again just kind of inspired you artistically outside of music?
I would say really everything inspired me.
Yeah, right. Just all art.
Life.
Yeah, right. Facts.
Yeah, and really shout out to all the art teachers I had.
Yeah.
Just really from the beginning. Just my mom, she had an artistic eye with putting things together, designs and crafts.
Was she a creative herself, or did she have a creative career?
No, she didn't, but she did it on the side. She did
okay, word.
some, the floral things for weddings
okay.
and stuff.
Oh, okay, okay, nice,
nice,
dope.
Arts
okay,
and crafts.
Dope.
One of the biggest things, when we had school projects and stuff, she would be like, "Oh, you can do it like this," and I'm like, "Oh, I didn't even know you could do it like that."
That's
that's
hard.
Go to Michael's or Joanne's friends and do stuff like that. So, yeah, I really from music to art, physical art. Hearing things, seeing things, all of it together.
No, not for sure. I mean, again, the only reason I asked is just because, I feel the stuff we do as kids, man, or just the stuff that impacts us as kids, man, it's just super, not to be redundant, impactful. You know what I mean? But it just sticks with us. You know what I mean? To in adulthood, and a lot of our interests, or just what kind of sparks just some sort of creativity, and this can all be traced back to what it was when you were younger. You know what I mean? I feel there's a lot of connectivity there. You feel me? So You know, I mean, like, and like, I definitely feel you when you say, you know, life just inspired. I mean, like, life is art. You know what I mean? Like, that's where, you know, perspectives of art or life come from. You know what I mean? Is through art, like a different perspective of life, and like, you know, vice versa. You know, so and you know, just even like you know, we were talking again off camera, man, like, I'm just a fan of art, period. It can be in any discipline, in any, like, if once I recognize the art behind it, bro, it's just it's up. Like, I can just like appreciate, you know, all forms really of it. You know what I mean? So
definitely,
yeah, bro.
100%.
Word, bro. So I know you graduated, you know, from Hampton, you know, university. You know, shout out to Hampton, man. How would you say that, like, you know, even going there, you know, shaped your, you know, creativity, if at all?
I feel being there, it was really, it was more of the social aspect is what was the biggest reason
That makes sense.
the
Yeah,
biggest thing I took from that.
facts.
Just being around so many just black people,
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying, who are on the same page with, like, just doing stuff. And
yeah.
it was
And
cool.
for those who don't know, Hampton is an HBC. I'm not sure if you know, everyone knew that, but
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, so I thoroughly enjoyed that experience, just having like a lot of black teachers.
yeah.
That was just cool, you know. So yeah.
No. I feel that. Like, was there anything in particular, in Hampton that, like, you know, you got into that, you know, paralleled, you know, your career as, you know, just even like an artist or like a videographer, cinematographer? Or?
I would say I just always one thing. One of my bros, Maurice.
Yeah.
We used to shoot like these short films, like these little 6-7 minute short films.
Okay, all right, word.
And it was pretty fun. We did that on I got my first camera, I think, a sophomore year.
Okay.
Because I was trying to get somebody to take a picture for my album cover.
Okay, word, yeah.
And nobody pulled through, so I'm like,
yeah,
you know what? All I need is just a quality picture.
Yeah.
I know how I want to set it up. So I bought the camera, and ended up, you know, taking pictures with it, you know, of people and doing other things like videos.
Okay.
So that's kind of what just physically that moment to have the camera is like, oh, I can do something else with this. Because even in high school and like middle school, I had my phone and I was, you know, looking back at them.
Yeah.
The quality is terrible.
Yeah.
Compared to like today's phones and stuff.
Yeah, right.
But it was cool just to see that, that was a part. I did have that vision back then.
Yeah.
That was inside me. So we just doing it on a
just like a bigger and better scale. Not for sure. You mentioned you know, you even got the camera in the first place just to take a your album cover, your debut project, Lucid. I do want to you know, get into that, man. You know, you dropped that 7 years ago now, bro. Which is pretty fucking crazy. You know, that's fucking insane. You know, what went into, you know, making your debut project? And this is kind of like a two-part question. You can, you know, kind of dissect it however you want to, but what also led to it just being instrumentals and like beats and all that?
I would say Lucid, you know, the meaning is just being a state of, you know, awareness.
Sure, yeah.
And
which I could tell by just like the sound from the project. Like, it was very fitting, like that whole vibe. Definitely. Very spacey, like, you know what I mean, type vibes.
Yeah. So it just came about, you know, I would say I'm a person, you know, having that, like we were talking with, just seeing life and how that is, you know, beautiful, and, you know, it can be ugly in its moments
100%,
too.
right, yeah.
But, you know, it's poetic, just living life
right
in its own. So being able to put that into really I'm not gonna say the whole project was based off of life, but it was just, I mean, you know, I was just flowing.
No, 100%. Like, it's just, and, you know, it's with first you know, projects, it's tough, man, because, like, I mean, you're really just coming at it with pure creativity, damn near, and just really introducing people to who you are, how you may think, how you may process, you know, certain emotions. And like, it's really something like you can't, like, you really only get one shot at your first project, you know what I mean? Because like the second one is, you know, like you'll learn about stuff that, like, you know, you may not have you know, done well on like the first route, if that's the case. Or like, you know, it's just, even as an artist, you're just looking at your own creation like, like, you know, people are fucking with it, but like there's some aspects I could have tweaked or like, you know, improved on. So like that first one out is really just like, it's just like a raw experience, you know what I mean? It's just really, it is just gung ho. I'm gonna put this out there. I'm gonna like, you know, let people feel me in a sense, and you know, that's really just this. Like I don't blame you for not having no type of certain structure. You know what I mean, to like your first joint. You feel me?
And I think that's what I enjoyed about it. You
know, right. There you go. Yeah,
I didn't even think about it as my first.
100%. Okay.
It was like I got a complete project, and I'm gonna put it out. And it's like, yeah. So that's the thing. It was just I didn't even think about it. On, like, any type of promotional aspect, any type.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
So
right.
Cool.
Facts.
And the real, you know, I'm realizing that's where the most, like, you know, at peace, you know, things are, you know, at least with myself, when I'm just putting something out, it's like I don't even have to think about it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I like it. I say it's finished. It's like I might be able to tweak something else with it, but I'm satisfied with it.
Yeah.
And let's let somebody else hear it. You know
right.
Versus me hearing it 100 times.
Yeah. How long was this in the making for you? Like, and like, you know, at what point in college did you decide like, all right, you know what, fucking, I'm gonna try my hand at like, you know, making an album?
I was making beats on like GarageBand and all that stuff, like back in high school.
Okay.
And I tell you right now, like GarageBand on the iPad, that was like, yep.
Yeah.
This is something that's fun. That's kind of what made me want to pursue audio engineering.
I see. Okay.
I wanted to do robotic engineering because I really enjoyed like just robotics and taking things apart and putting it together.
See, look what hip hop do, man. You could have been the next Elon Musk, but nigga wanted nigga wanted to vibe with niggas and shit.
Just real quick.
Nah, I'm fucking around with that.
The solar panel
car, right? You could have been a whole Tesla maker, man, but you know, let me hop on this garage, man.
Yo, let me make some beats.
Yeah, right. That's funny as hell. That's dope as fuck though. Yeah.
So it was definitely cool.
Is that what you got your degree in? Is in audio engineering or?
Yeah, audio engineering.
That's crazy. Okay,
minor.
That's fire.
Yeah, because that was like I didn't want to. There was so much I liked.
Yeah, facts.
I never knew what I wanted to like really do in school because I enjoyed everything. I enjoyed all the subjects in school.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, like I was like, shoot, I might do history, I might do math.
Bro, yeah, bro, you're lucky, son. I didn't fuck with any subjects in school. Like, I'll be real. Like, I really went to school. Like not like I was purposely like flunking out, just like skipping out. Like, I'm just like, it was just something that like I was told to do. So I just did. I'm just like, all right, like, I'm like, I guess I got to do good too. Like, all right, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Same thing with college, bro. Like, I'm just like, this is where I'm supposed to go. All right, I guess I'm going to college. You know what I mean? It's just like that's just kind of you know, the play school from not to cut you off. My fault, bro.
I know you good.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
I went to Penn State.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. I mean, bro, it was really just me. Well, like I applied to maybe like 4 or 5 colleges and shit like that, and you know, like a lot of them stayed on the East Coast. You feel me? But you know, Penn State was one of them, and they were one of the few that, you know, got back to me. I'm like, and my mom was like, listen, nigga.
It's like you.
Yeah, like, I don't give a fuck where it gets back to you. You've already made your decision. You know what I mean? So, yeah, bro, you know, and, you know, the rest is history. Like, I'll spread them again because they have heard that story 138 times now. You feel me? So, you know, we gonna chill on that. But as far as, like, the technical aspect, man, because, bro, audio engineering, man, I can't even imagine what you were even beginning to learn as far as like the technical aspects, like sound, just like, you know, making beats and all that shit. So like, I'm like, was that something like you were always like, were you making? Because like you said you were making beats in high school, right? So and like, was that just so pretty much in high school? Did you want to pursue audio engineering? Like was that the decision, or like did you kind of get to school and like, or just like even in applying and like researching like which school you want to go to? Did you find their programming like, oh shit, I might want to fuck with that? Like,
ironically, I didn't.
Okay.
So, like, it was, I think I made the decision like in July, like, you know, the school, like 2015 graduated.
Okay.
And, you know, it's like, all right, we got some colleges, like, where are we going?
Yeah,
you know
right.
And it's like, and the biggest thing was I didn't know what exactly I wanted to do. I was actually thinking about doing, you know, acting school.
Okay.
And I was like, I thought about it. I'm like, I don't want to be doing this every single day. Every single day, waking up, having to act.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's a fucking mentality. Yeah. Like, it's crazy, but yeah,
exactly.
facts.
And so that's why I looked into. I was like, you know what? I like robotic engineering. I like audio, music.
Yeah.
You know, I do this. You know, I will stay up all night.
Hell yeah.
This. So I was like, okay, clearly I have a passion for it.
Right,
so,
right.
You know, the technical side, I didn't want to let that go.
Sure.
So I was like, okay, let's split it down the middle. We can do, you know, music and, you know, the tech side and, you know, get into the production element of that.
Yeah, no, that's hard, bro. I mean, like, shout out to Hampton for even, like, you know, having, you know, those programs, like, available, bro. Like, that's just hard.
The main reason you know, they gave me the scholarship, so I'm like, I'm going
to. Bro, there you go. Facts, 100%.
It was an HBCU, too. I wanted to go there.
Okay.
I was like, that was...
Did you only apply to HBCUs?
No, I applied to, like, other schools.
Okay.
But I definitely... I wanted to, you know, being here my whole life, I just wanted to get out.
Yeah, no, bro, 100%. Makes sense, facts.
So,
Hampton's in VA, right?
Huh?
Where's Hampton at?
Hampton, Virginia,
okay,
right
word, all right.
Yeah. And
I should know that. I'm from Maryland, but yeah, you know what I mean. Chill
real?
out on me. Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, word.
And the other reason too, I forgot to say.
Yeah.
Because at the time, I think they were like the only HBCU that had an orchestra.
That's hard.
At least that's what
that's hard. Yeah.
The guy told me.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what?
Hey, listen, we only was with orchestra too, by the way. That shit
like,
wasn't true at all.
We gonna give you some money.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, you play that?
Hey, listen, we got the orchestra.
I was like, shoot.
If you want to see a violin, come fuck with us. Yeah. That's hilarious, bro. And then so when you got the idea, like how did the idea for Lucid even you know, come into play for you? And you know, like how far into, like, you know, just you learning the true technicals and like really getting a formal education? Because also, bro, like in this, bro, like producers or, like, you know, people in that lane, bro, like a formal education isn't really like necessarily like the route. So it's, and like, you know, like they're all literally just pushing buttons, you know what I mean, seeing how this affects that, seeing, like, you know, what they like as far as settings. And, you know, obviously YouTube University is like, you know, like a big thing when it comes to that stuff. But with the formal education, like, how far were you into that at the point where you made Lucid? And I don't know, like, did you even use elements from the classes that, you know, you were taking as far as your major? Or like, was it just off the, like, I at least know the fundamentals of like what I'm getting from school, let me just take those and do what I want to do with, you know, this sound?
I would say basically everything, ironically.
Right. Facts.
With the formal education, I would say I didn't learn too much. I think the biggest thing for me for going somewhere, I mean, it was a social aspect. I was trying to be down there, you know what I'm saying, and like just be around that, because, you know what I'm saying, if you're in the right, you know, place,
facts,
you know, you're gonna meet some new people.
Of course, yeah, bro, 100%, yeah.
And but my biggest thing was to get that hands-on experience.
Okay,
like,
fair.
I just don't have. I mean, I have a board now, but
yeah,
you know,
right.
at the time,
the quality
I didn't have anything that I could learn
facts.
on, like that part. Everything was just on the iPad or a computer.
Yeah, no, facts. You need some actual equipment, right?
So I had the computer. I got that actually before I went to school, and that's when I started really learning like the EQ and all that stuff on my own.
Word.
And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like excited just to go and physically just do it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I didn't know anybody here. I could just be like, hey man, let me use your, you know, multi-million-dollar studio real quick.
Yeah, right. I
know. I just want to learn, you know.
Bro, so like when you, I mean, like I'm assuming like you went into it saying like, all right, this is gonna be just beats.
For what?
For Lucid.
Oh no, not at all.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah. So like, how did that
It's actually there's 2 songs on there with vocals. Well, 3 songs.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and so I mean I'm an instrumentalist myself, you know, so I come from the music part first.
Yeah.
I didn't really realize I could sing.
Yeah. Right.
Until I'm still, you know, I feel like I'm at the point now where I'm like, okay, I feel comfortable singing.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I enjoy singing by myself.
Of course,
you know,
right.
My room, it's like I'm cool.
Of course, right. Shower vibes and all that. Yeah, right.
But it wasn't until I did musical in high school I was like, oh, I like singing. You know, that's fun too. So singing was the music part was always first. For me, like in terms of ever even thinking about music. I never was just like, I'm gonna sing at that moment. So the instrumentals came first. That's why I was more heavily, you know, the instruments. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just do a little. So I do have this mic. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's kind of how it came about. With
that. Word. Okay. And yeah, like I didn't Yeah, because like I was just again like going through just your albums like I didn't listen to them in full. So I think like the first 4 tracks, so like I heard just like primarily beats. Like I just assumed like it was beats all the way through.
Yeah.
But that's even dope because I mean just like even just kind of putting that over like with your album cover again like your first like I guess like real shot at I guess you want to call that photography, graphic design. I mean, just like whatever elements like went into you that album cover. Um, at that point, did you decide to like kind of add the videography, cinematography like element to like whatever you were doing? Or did you just kind of like chill on that and start kind of focus on music for the foreseeable future, really?
You mean for the? I don't think I had any visuals for that project.
No, not
just in general.
yeah, no, yeah, not
Okay.
like the specific rules, but just like just the interest in videography or just like the service of videography. Were you even thinking about doing that?
Oh, definitely.
Long term at any point, or where you're just like, this is just for the album. Like, let me just do this shit for like like my album. You know what I mean? And like let me just chill and move forward with this music shit.
I would say, I always had a I think visually.
Yeah, right.
When it comes to music, really all the songs that I have, like I literally just see in my head already.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah, first.
And so it was always, I would always like to see that.
Okay.
Like what I'm thinking in my head to be actuality.
Okay, right, yeah. So like that's where like it stemmed from.
Yeah, so that's where that drive stems from, for that, kind of even push it.
Yeah, right.
And like, you start working with other people and then saying, oh, can you do this? And then, I do that. And that's kind of how it got into me doing more of the stuff for other people as well.
Yeah, for sure. Were you doing any videography like services in college at all, or like for others?
I wasn't doing videos for other people, besides the little short
yeah,
films.
just like photography. You're just
I
like
did do photography.
Okay, word. Yeah, okay.
I did photography. I was that was cool.
Okay, we're just on some like freelance vibe, or just like would people hit you up, or like would you reach out to people? How did
that? Both ways.
Type vibes. Yeah, okay.
Some people, like, I'll be like, hey, can I take it was mainly my friends. I was like, bro, let's take some photos.
Yeah.
And then from people seeing those photos, they're like, yo, can you like
just blend into each other? Yeah,
like, shoot, I was like, I gotta figure it out. And so yeah.
I feel that your follow up project. Again, it was also like primarily beats. You know what I mean? I would just even like throwing that on just like chilling while I was like researching. You know what I mean? Like it was again like it's a vibe. And like is there also vocals on that project as well?
On which one is
your follow up to Lucid? It's escaping, bro. Like it's the name's escaping me right now. It's not the views.
Simplicity. Is it the one with the blue cover on it?
Yeah. Is it Simplicity?
Yeah, no, yeah, Simplicity.
Simplicity word. Okay, yeah.
That's the one I bought the camera for.
Okay, got you.
I literally I was like, I wanted to see all my instruments.
Okay.
I wanted to see all the instruments that I'm playing.
Okay, shit.
Album cover.
Okay, word.
And the phone wasn't doing it. So I was like, all right, we gotta get this
obviously
crispy.
Okay.
So yeah, I bought that.
So you wouldn't even use a camera for Lucid? Which camera or?
I just use my phone.
Okay, just okay, yeah. Okay, and like that makes sense too, yeah, because like just from like the angle they're doing is that effects. All right, word.
I literally just held it.
I'm
like, all right, that looks good.
Yeah, right. Fuck it. Yeah, no, but for Simplicity again. And then correct me if I'm wrong, but again, it's like primarily instrumentals like at least at the top of the album. How do you think that prepared you for when you were doing primarily vocals for your project What They Want?
How did what?
How did no yeah, like how did like your second project gear you up for like dropping pretty much like a mainly vocal project with What They Want?
Got you.
Yeah.
Really, I just
if it did at all, because you know what I mean, like how, because like it was like different style, different style. You know what I mean? So it's like it was a jump. So like we're just trying something new out the gate, or like did you use any elements from like your past 2 projects? Like,
I used elements. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Right.
I always use what I know from
previously to carry on. Right.
From the jazz album to the more so rap album.
Mm-hmm.
It was literally called What They Want because a lot of people are like, yo, Cameron, you always, doing it. I had another project that was called Diffuse.
Yeah.
That was like a little bit of rapping and like an in between.
Okay.
But people are like, yo, I'm trying to turn up, you know what I'm saying? Play something I can like, be in the club with or something. Like,
yeah, right.
And I was like, this is what they want.
Yeah, and like I assumed like as much, and just like even kind of following the trajectory. I'm like, all right, boom, got the first joint, Lucid. Boom, the follow joint, Simplicity, you feel me? And then like, what they want, first track, you like you're out the gate with it, you feel me? And it's like, okay, word, and like, what they want. I could only assume that like people were like, yo, bro, like you should like, what I mean, spit some shit on that. So I mean, just even, prior to that, like, were you writing before that, or like?
Yeah, I guess I was writing poems.
Okay, all right, word, all right.
Most of my songs are poems.
I mean, sure, yeah, facts.
Yeah, and that's probably, you can really tell that probably in the first. There's a song called Imaginary.
Yeah.
And that literally, like, there's, a song part, and I'm basically doing spoken word, like a poem kind of in the middle of it. And that's where all my writing really comes from.
Sure.
Most of the time it's a poem. Either I'm just feeling, I'm like, I'm just going to be artistic and write this down.
Yeah.
And, just how I'm feeling down or like what I'm seeing and make it flow. And whenever I'm making music, I'll go back to the poem and say, all right, what can we change? Or like maybe something doesn't need to change, and we just hit it on the beat, hit it with the flow. And
how long were you like, writing poems, like, up to that point? Like, was it something like you were always doing, or did you, pick it up when you were in college?
Really thinking about it, I guess I was just writing. Okay. I wouldn't say I was just, writing. Like, I didn't just have a journal of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But all my time through just school, high school, elementary, all that stuff, like, when we had the SATs and all that stuff, like, honestly, that was one part that I enjoyed.
That's
because I'm like, you know what, I know like this is about to be like, I know what needs to happen to get here.
Yeah, no, facts,
at the
right.
answer,
yeah, facts, right.
So writing was kind of smooth to me. It's been a while since I just was really, I'm not writing as much just because I'm so busy.
Right.
But we getting back to it.
No, of course, bro. And like, that's a very, I mean, you have to live life in order to reiterate it to people. You know what I mean? So like that break, that step away, you know what I mean? It's not necessarily a bad thing, you know what I mean? So like when you come back to writing, it's like, yo, I got mad shit to write about, right? You know what I mean? So it's like, it'll definitely, reinvigorate you. Was there like a particular statement that you wanted to make with what they want? Like, I know like we talked about where the title came from, but like, was there any like personal goals or like statements that you wanted to, really make with this project?
No, not really.
Okay. I mean, fair play, yeah.
I was just straight up just like, I can do this too,
Well, I mean, there's a statement. Yeah. Fuck all niggas talk about, I could do this shit too, like,
Essentially, that's exactly, I mean, it's like, this ain't, just make a hard beat, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just go ahead and put something on it. So,
nah, 100%, bro.
Each song is like a different style too,
right,
in that project of rapping, so. Yeah, I definitely had fun with it.
For sure. What was that process like? I mean, because like you're on your third project, you know what I mean? Like at this point, so were you kind of in the flow of just like, making a project, or because this was primarily more of like again, you showcasing your lyrical ability, did you approach it in a different way?
Not really, no.
Okay, all right.
I knew, well, in terms of, I know I posted this one, I just wanted a higher quality, really just everything to be more, the quality, anytime I put something out at that time, I just wanted it to be a little bit better.
Okay.
So with trying to match the styles, like the rap, the getting the radio sound, as opposed to everything else I was doing jazz. You don't have to have everything like at a
sure, yeah, jazz is super improvisational. Yeah,
and,
right.
In the first one, and I'm not sure if there was one in between that. I think the fuse was in there too, but all those were just like, you can't really listen to something and say, oh, that doesn't sound like this. It's like, this is its own thing, and if it sounds like that, that's how it sounds.
Right.
But when you try to purposely match a song style, it's like, I'm trying to sound like this.
Yeah,
that's really what kind of helps me too, to just better myself.
Okay.
If I'm trying to, I'm like, okay, how did they get that sound? How does that kick hit that hard? How does that bass like slap through everything, but it's not peaking?
Yeah.
And so all the technical elements of everything was for me with that project. That was a big thing that I was like a challenge, and I'm like, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, facts. And like, I know, Because again, like, you're getting this formal education. Like, what about the technical elements? Like, did you find even challenging when it came to, like, making your album?
Really, even up to that song, I don't think I learned anything new.
For real? Yeah, word.
Like cause just really experimenting.
Yeah, right.
Is what I just always enjoy. I'm like, music shouldn't just be like, all right, I have to go up in here, I have to turn this setting to this and that. There'd be multiple times I just pull up, even on the keys. Yeah. I'm just like, I don't know what I'm about to do. Just put my hands down. I'm like, hold up. If we just move this one note, now that sounds a little better. And let's do something with that. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
How many different instruments do you play?
I play the electric bass. Well, I'm gonna do it. The sax was my first instrument.
That's crazy. Okay.
I played the electric bass after that.
Okay.
Upright bass. The drums. I can play guitar, like electric guitar, for a track. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be up here like going crazy. Even though I've done that, people are like, "Oh, you can play." I'm like, "Nah, I just don't feel as comfortable with it."
Yeah.
But I can do it if it's needed.
Sure. Right. If the service is, necessary, I can do it. But
it's like, I'll do it, but I'm not gonna say.
Yeah. Right. Because then he was be asking me to, play everywhere.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I'll say those be the main ones. Besides any other instrument that I can just obtain.
Okay. Word.
If I can get it, I'm gonna do my best to try and learn it.
I was about to say, like, do you? What's the one that you stuck with the longest? Like, are you still playing sax at all, or like you're?
I'm not playing the sax as much because it's just so loud.
Yeah.
And so I've been playing the bass more. So just because you can have headphones in.
Yeah.
Anything that you can plug in and not record. Plug in and not have to be loud.
Yeah.
That's been what I've been playing more.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And you said you did all the live instrumentation for Simplicity?
Yeah.
That's fucking insane. Like, it's like, I expected as much, but that's fucking nuts, bro. Like, what? And like, did you work on that completely dolo?
What was that?
Did you work on that completely like by yourself?
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. Like, just even, because we're kind of like, bouncing around in your different areas right now, so forgive me, but bro, like, how was that? Like, if you're doing everything, by yourself, bro, like, what did you look to anybody for guidance, or were you just like, fuck it, like, I'm gonna just God myself, like, fuck it?
One thing I knew, I had to get a real like keyboard. I couldn't just use the MIDI keyboards.
Yeah.
Because it was just something, coming from being able to physically play like a piano is just, you just feel it versus just playing notes that just bounce up and down.
100%.
So yeah, the keyboard was the biggest thing for that
to
help me, because I was like, okay, now I have like a real, keyboard I can play.
At what point did you get on the keys?
What was that?
At what point did you get on the keys?
There's a picture of me playing the keys as a little kid.
Oh shit!
Like just messing around with them.
Okay, but, so like, I guess it's like the first intro.
I guess that would be the first.
Yeah, technically type vibes. Yeah, right.
Yeah, definitely, no doubt.
That's crazy. And then like, did you just stick with it, or like, because I remember you said sax was your first
I didn't say
joint.
Keys at all? That's crazy.
No. You say keys.
Said keys.
Yeah. No. You say keys. Or hey, I don't know. Like I feel like you did.
Okay.
Like you're really talking about it, but So like when you got on like the sax, like did you step away from the keys for a little bit and then circle back, or were you still kind of fuck around with the keys like at that point? Like,
I really never let anything go.
Tight vibes,
just like what's closest to me.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no.
Like physically, like,
facts.
Okay,
yeah.
I can turn here. The keys, my sax is over there.
That's
like
hilarious.
I gotta put the mouthpiece on.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, I've been trying to just have everything in an environment where it's always out.
Okay.
I had the drums out, and that was a nice thing to just have, like not having to. I used to have them in the closet. Then I got a space where I could have them out all the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, this is just beautiful. Like this, if I wanted to just play for like 10 minutes, just be like, all right, let's go back to work. Let's get back in editing something. So that just having the availability of things is kind of nice.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. Did you like how did you feel about, just like the freedom of like not really having to, answer to anybody, or just like, kind of, really double check if, hey, like, do you fuck with this sound, or just like, just really going off all your instincts, man. Again, this is for your first two joints. Like your first two projects, like.
Yeah, it was definitely cool.
Yeah.
I definitely went to my parents quite a few times. And
okay.
I was like, hey, how does it sound? Do you like
dope,
this?
Yeah.
Because I know that they know music, and just by hearing it, saying the times back then, I mean, it was the music was, you had a full bands and all that stuff. Like, so I'm like, I know they know, what's up and not. So I'm like, hey, how's this good? Saying several times, just going back to them, I know. So shout out to them for definitely.
Big shout out, bro. No, yeah, I mean, no, like, bro, like, again, like, whenever I hear a story of supportive parents, man, I just want to, give a round of applause, man, because like, it's really just with really any creative career, it's tough to show the fruits of your labor, like, especially like if you're just starting out, like, it could be years till that shit hits, man. So it's just like, having supportive parents is, it just, it definitely helps the situation, I mean, like, is it necessary? No, like we've seen everyone under the sun, whose parents didn't, necessarily fuck with like the whole creative entertainment, just whatever lane you're deciding to go in under that umbrella. But I mean, come on, they're your parents, bro. Like, them saying, hey man, like, good job, it'll mean a lot, you know what I mean? So like, rather than never hearing it from them, so shout out to them, like, for even like, being open as far as that.
Right.
Just as far as like your career, and again, like, not just strictly like, videography, but it's like even like, photography, like I don't know if you do like a little bit of graphic design either, cinematography, like, are there any elements of those disciplines that you use in your career as an artist?
Do I can you say that one more time?
Yeah, for sure. Just like as far as like videography, cinematography, like, photography, like anything in like the multimedia space that like you're involved in, because I know like you were talking about even earlier seeing like music visually, you know what I mean? So like are there any elements to those disciplines that you use in your career as an artist?
Yeah, I would say me as doing those is an artist as well.
100%, yeah.
I would say having the hands-on experience of literally working those things and knowing how to achieve it or ways to achieve it are, priceless, really.
I mean, facts. So
being able to say, okay, when we're doing this, I can explain things better or just have an understanding more so.
Yeah, right.
And versus like, I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? There's some people, it's like there's like, I see this, and it's like I don't know how to get it, but it's like having the ability to know. It's like, okay, to do that, I just got to do this,
X, Y,
do
Z,
that, and that, and that. You know what I'm saying? It's like having a game plan. I know the B, but we got to get there to the B.
Facts,
so 100%. That's it helps a lot,
bro. I'm sure. And then just even as far as, because bro, like, it's insane. Again, I'm not super surprised. It's just very impressive. Like, you did all your live, instrumentation from that, again, Dolo. So like, I know there were a few collaborations on What They Want. Did you do the live any live instrumentation that was done on that? Was that also from you, like, or did you kind of mainly stay in just your producing bag with
every
What They Want?
project that I have, I produced and
that's fire. That's crazy. Yeah.
And yeah, I had 2 features on that album. I believe it was boy Cadence, and Zay Blaze, and I was like, yo, I want somebody else on this, because all the time for that, I think I had I'm not sure if I had a single before then. I had somebody on. I think so. I had a actually no, that wasn't the first 2 people I worked with, but I hear something, you know what I'm saying, and I'm like, I don't want to do it. Like, I feel like it should be somebody else on it to give it a new energy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so like this is like, what makes you feel like that? Like, just like if like energy is missing, or if there's like a cadence that you may not necessarily know how to ride within a song, or like,
it was I just wanted, doing everything myself for that long. It's just like, what, I want a different
just like a fresh energy.
It's like, I don't want to keep hearing my voice
facts
for this moment,
sure
it's like cool to hear, but I was like, no, I always wanted to work with other people. It's never been like I just purposely wanted to do it myself.
Of course, I mean, it's just you literally had all the facilities to do what you wanted to do, so it's like, I mean, I don't really have to ask you, but like, I can get it done by myself, you know what I mean? So,
definitely. Yeah, so, and a lot of times I have songs, like the songs that are out are just the songs, like the few songs that I have, and I'm like, you know what, we're just gonna put it out because I need to put something out. I got like thousands of songs where it's just like in there because I know I want to do more with it, or I want to work with somebody. If I can find somebody and be like, hey, let's link up, you know what I'm saying, let's hit it. Oh, you like this, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? So there's definitely things where it's like, I know I want to work with. It's like there's projects I don't even want to put out without having a group or a band actually perform it. Like Simplicity, I would have loved to have a live band on that, or even to perform it live with a band. You know what I'm saying? It's a completely different feeling with people doing music than just performing the track.
Of course, right, for
and
sure.
Especially for music, and coming from like always having jam sessions, being in orchestra band, all this stuff.
No.
It's a feeling that is, playing the live instruments is okay, and having it in the track is cool, but nothing beats actually having the real performance, like the real thing, people in there.
100%, man.
So that's, I try to do like, even in like when it's just a beat, like a track instrumental.
Yeah.
If I have the opportunity to put something in, or if I feel like somebody can work, well, I'm like, come on in and let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah.
Are both of those features that you had on that joint, like were they from Virginia? Do you know are they Pittsburgh artists or?
Yeah, my one I met him from Hampton.
Okay, copy.
Okay. One friend, he didn't even like do music. I mean, he sang like just for fun.
Yeah, facts.
And I was like, bro, like we actually did a project for journalism class, and I'm like,
okay.
I'm like, and we just talking about music all the time. I'm like, he's like, yo, man. I'm like, yeah, bro, come on, let's hop on the song, bro.
Yeah, fact. No, 100%.
Cool.
That's how it be in college, though, bro.
Yeah.
Like you just be like, yo, man, like you do such and such, and like like not really, but it's like, yo, come on, Link. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to do something out here. Yeah. You feel me? But I mean, just because I mean, like you even kind of got into it, but just to even specifically ask you, like, how was it, moving from two projects where you didn't, again, like you said, didn't really have to, ask anybody or like double check anything with anybody to collaborating with some of the homies.
It was cool. Yeah, it was definitely just cool. Like, like it would work. I go off how it feels. Like
I was about to say, yeah,
feel like we were working.
Yeah.
And when when we get in and record it, it feels like it's working.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, it's cool with me, because I had I worked with two other people on other tracks, singers. And one I met from orchestra class in college.
Oh, okay. Hey, that orchestra, bro.
Yeah,
that orchestra, bro. That's why you went. Yeah. That's exactly what. Yeah, right.
So I was like, yeah, and it was just cool, like working with people that it's like everybody is I just like to just work with.
Nah, bro. It's like it's dope. Just even like meeting someone where it's just like, yo, like I didn't even know that like you was into all that. Like this is crazy. Like yeah, bro. Again, like that's like a big part of college. Like. Of the experience, like just meeting people like you wouldn't normally, you know what I mean? Like you're just around people like you wouldn't necessarily normally chop it up with, just like just even running like the same circles.
Yeah,
you feel me? So,
facts.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'm going down to my homecoming this week.
Oh shit! Hey, bro. Listen, there you go, man. I hope you have a good time, bro. Hey, just stay safe, stay
always,
up. You know what I mean? But bro,
I'm taking my setup, bro. It's we
that's what we fired.
Some video. It's gonna be a little.
That's hard, bro.
We're gonna see how it goes. I'm like, nah, because the last time I went, I got like one picture, bro. Like all my friends, bro. Only got one picture.
I mean, that's how niggas be, bro. It's just like, bro, like friends that'll like y'all be friends for 2 decades, but y'all got one flick together. Like, you feel me? That's just how it would be. But all like the other miscellaneous people, you have like 15, 20 pages. It's like, yo, I don't even talk to this nigga no more. Like, yo, me or this person no more. Like, shit is crazy. So your YouTube, again, just started, again, kind of like a little bit after you had dropped your first project, like 2019ish, and like one of your first videos, for YouTube was Out of Control, which is one of the joints on, your last project,
Crossroads.
Crossroads. Thank you. Released that in 2020. I mean, did you always plan on having a visual for that song, or like how did that come together as far as like you wanting to create a visual for that song, at least on the project?
Like really every song, like
I
mean every song, like I see it visually. So really all the songs, I see a visual for it.
Okay.
It's just really what song can I actually sit down and have the time to like actually
execute that shit.
Get it.
Facts.
Like I shot that. My dad helped me out with some shots.
That's dope, bro.
And because it was like, I'm like, yo, I need something like, and I wanted movement in it. That's one of my biggest things. I like movement.
Okay.
And certain times it's like I don't even want to do it if I can't achieve like what I see. But I've been learning to it's like it's not that I mean sometimes it's cool like to like be that stern about it. But I'm like I just need to get something out. You know what I'm saying? Like really how I've been doing with like my music.
Yeah.
Like I know I put a good bit of time into it, put some quality into it. And if it's quality, then that's good. You know what I'm saying? We're going to put it out. So even if it's just a tripod shot, you know, it can be quality. So, or just content, you know?
No, facts. What about that track resonated with you that, like, you're like, all right, just like, even out of like all like the scenes and reels you're seeing for each song in the head, you're like, nah, this one needs to be, people need to see this shirt.
It really just felt like it went right into place with the times, really, too.
Okay,
I graduated, you know, 2019. I was dealing with, you know, some health issues because I was sick with mold, like, and stuff. So, like, I was really just
sorry to hear that. That's ass, yeah.
Yeah, man. So, like, I was just recovering from that, trying to, like, bro, like, I couldn't even go to my school's graduation because of the pandemic.
Damn. So, well, bro, facts.
I was like, bro, like, applying for jobs and all this stuff. And it was just like, okay, this is a crazy time right now.
Dog, crazy.
And so, just being able to sit back and be like, all right, like, some things are really just out of my control. Yeah. And that's really how that song just came about. It's like, okay. And that's why I was like, I think right now this song has to be like, so I dropped that actually as a single.
Facts.
Because I was like, nah, this really, like, during this time right now, I was like, I feel like, you know, that was something I just told myself. And I'm like, I think it was a poem, actually. Yeah, that song was a poem.
Okay.
And that's what I put out first.
Okay.
Cause I was like, you know what, it's finished. I'm gonna just do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then so hit the visuals, and at the end of the video, I had the mask on just because it was during the pandemic. I'm like, let's be very,
let's be cautious. Yeah.
Let me just put
before they come busting down my door. I'm not following protocol and whatnot. I
was like, how cinematic can I make this? Like dramatic. I was like, you know, that's a cool shot.
Yeah,
you know
facts.
I mean? Yeah.
How's it working with your pops on a video?
It was definitely cool.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, I had to walk him through some things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, you know, because I had the gimbal, so like the
okay, facts,
like,
right?
Hey, just get a little movement right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, just keep it lurking right there. And he takes the pictures in the film. You know, like even when I, you know, back in the day, like he had a camera and like he was. So I'm like, I'll probably get my technical side from him, like, you know, looking back at, because he was doing speakers in his car and stuff as a, you know, at my age and stuff. And I'm like, you know what, I'll probably get that side from him and mixed in with my mom and, you know, doing crafts and stuff. So it's kind of cool. Yeah. But yeah, it was cool working.
No, facts. And bro, I mean, you know, you kind of hit the nail on the head as far as like just describing the time that you know, that was going on around just you even dropping that song. But with Crossroads, and again, like I even kind of you know, guess just by the title of the album, but you know, what went into making that album for you at the time, you know, because you know, COVID really hit March, right, 2020. So when did you drop Crossroads? At which point? Was that post COVID or like kind of pre, like late 2019, kind of early 2020 vibes? Like
it was I think I dropped it on my birthday. I actually don't recall, but 2020. I think it was 2020.
Definitely 2020. So, yeah. But like, was it?
Oh, like what?
Was it pre-COVID? Yeah. Well, like not specifically, but like I'm just pretty much trying to ask, like when you dropped it, right? Like, was it a response to COVID? Like was it just like a creative response? Like, damn, like all right, like you know, let me make some shit, or was that already like were you already in the midst of just like you know creating that?
I was already in like I was making a project every 6 months. I was putting.
Oh shit! Okay, so yeah, right. Okay, a product of okay. Damn. Man. So when that shit hit, my nigga, like what was the? I mean, because like if you had already dropped it, or like if it was already like you know being made prior to like obviously no one can fucking see that coming. You know what I mean? But like if it was being made prior to that, like I mean, was there any pivots that like you had to make as far as like you know creatively? Like could you link up for some of the collaborations on there like at that point, or
I don't have any. Do I have collaboration on that? I don't think I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any collaborations on that one, so it was really just in. I mean,
okay, so like you did that all dolo then, like
yeah.
Okay, word, all right, word.
Yeah, so it was all finished. You know, what I mean, I just put it out, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna put it out. I was trying to do it a little sooner.
Yeah.
But I was like, it doesn't matter. I'll just drop it on my birthday in the summer.
Okay, word, yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah, facts.
I think it was my birthday. I truly don't know. I forget.
When is your birthday?
It's July.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like if you did drop it around then it's like all right, like I mean, COVID was already, I mean, in full swing. Niggas had no toilet paper and shit. Like you know, definitely by July. So, I mean, so like if you did drop it around then, I mean, what was the morale as far as like before, where you're just like, I mean, I hope niggas listen to this, but if they have other things on their mind, I understand. Kind of
really
vibe. Or,
was like, I don't, I was like, they all, if people rock with it, they gonna rock with it.
Yeah, I mean, like business as usual.
And yeah, really, it wasn't. I mean, honestly, the pandemic, I feel like most people were sitting down and
not
doing
doing
more
shit.
stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like people had time to listen to stuff if
Yeah.
they wanted to. So I didn't even think about it at all. Just like it's a project. It's names are gonna go.
Yeah.
Really, literally out of our control, bro.
Yeah,
like,
no, I mean, facts. Yeah, facts.
It's like it is.
Can't really do fucking much, at all. Did you like what led to the choice of like you now want like not having any features on Crossroads?
There wasn't a purpose. I mean, there
like a conscious like no features like
Nah, it's just every song. I was like, I think I did that well. Like what I mean, I was like, all right, I said what I needed to say, and that was it, really.
Okay.
Because most of them they were poems, so
yeah, right.
It's like having somebody else read my poem. It
just wouldn't
it's
make
cool.
any,
I mean, but I just didn't feel like it needed it.
Yeah.
And also didn't really. I just hit it. I just recorded it. I'm like, all right, that's ready.
That'll go. Yeah, facts. How long did it take you to make?
Probably like the full project.
Yeah.
Probably like 3 months, realistically.
Okay, word. All right, so like you were. I mean, shit. I mean, yeah, you were working on that for a little bit. And then just with the title, Crossroads, like was it pretty much just all the facets of life that were kind of coming together for you at the time that like kind of led to that title?
Yeah, it was just different things really that I experienced while just living really.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, some was during college or after college.
Yeah,
so yeah, it worked out.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I mean, how would you describe like your creative process? Like, is there like any elements that like you need in order to kind of get the juices flowing? Is it an over time thing? Like you have to kind of look at something, leave it, come back to it. Like,
really, just if I have the time to do it, if I can sit down and actually do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can knock it out in a day if I can.
Okay. Word.
Most of my songs, like I used to do like 6 songs a day, and
damn,
be like, all right, that's it.
Yeah.
And so really, it's just having the time to actually be in a comfortable space, like creatively. That's really, if that's it.
Yeah, no, for
having
sure.
The time to do it too.
Definitely. So how long have you been performing in the city?
I would say that album, Crossroads, is probably my first like performing time here.
Okay, yeah,
I did
word.
some performances in school.
Yeah, right.
Like open mics and stuff
Okay.
at school.
Okay.
And some like showcases and
I
stuff.
got you.
But here, that was my first thing. I actually don't know what my first one here was. Might have been like at the backyard on 8th and Penn. And then
I never heard of it.
Yeah, it was a cool.
It's a venue?
It was. It's not there. It was just there for like during the summers.
Summer. Okay, cop. Okay, got you.
But they don't do it there anymore. I think they took it down. But yeah.
Do they still do like the event, or like is it just not there anymore?
That's
T. Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think they moved it inside or something, and it was.
How you move the backyard?
I hope it's
inside?
there. I don't know. Like I hope it's there. I hope I'm just didn't see it.
It's a yard. How you moving inside? Like that's crazy. But damn, that's unfortunate. I mean, only reason like just because like out here, man, like we've had like a whole bunch of guests on here that like have been performing in the city for like years, and just like they'll say something like you're like this venue, the fucking Hack Shack, it was lit. You know what I mean? It's like it was everyone was in there. It was. I'm just like, hey, where's that at? It's like, oh yeah, it's not around anymore. Sorry. I'm just like, damn, son, like golly, we definitely need some of those historical spots, like you feel me, just like that, just have the history and like have the lore to like even want to draw people into certain venues, because like if they're like, yo, this is the spot where X, Y, and Z. I mean, not to beat a dead horse on the drum, but the Shadow Lounge was like another one where it's like this shit was lit, my nigga. Like you had to be there. Like if you were there, you was there, and like that shit is just not yet. I'm like, oh, that sounds fucking incredible. I'm very sad I'll never get to fucking experience that. You feel me?
Mate, she always talks.
Shout out to Jaquia, man. Yeah, bro.
And I'm like, dang, that sounds popping.
Nah, bro.
That's
I remember, bro. Jaquay went there at like 16 or some shit like that, and bodied. I'm just like, yo, you got it, bro.
Yeah.
But so I mean, like, you know, like you've been performing in the city for about, like, you know, 4 years now. I mean, like, you know, how was it, you know, just navigating the scene, just like, you know, as a performer? Because you know, like, you're like, or at this point have primarily you know, performed in college. I mean, you're bringing your stuff to, like, you know, the actual city. How was it kind of like even getting into the scene and navigating and like networking to find the right people to, like, you know, give you the rundown on, like, you know, where to go? And
it's definitely treacherous.
Yeah.
I would say, you know. It's
dog, it's like you
it's
see
not
some
really-
shit like that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's if you aren't in the crowd,
Yeah.
you really, it's gonna be difficult.
No, yeah, yeah.
You know, I mean, that's really, I was gonna say everywhere, but nah, there's
No,
some places
obviously,
you have
yeah.
a spot. It's
Yeah,
like
for
you can
sure.
go there and do something.
Right.
And really, if you just don't know people,
It's
really
tough.
just like, I don't even mean like people that are like, you know, like, oh,
No,
they
no, no,
doing
no.
this and
Literally
that, but
just people.
someone to be like, oh yeah, you don't follow their Instagram page?
Yeah,
They
right,
do
yeah.
this every
yeah, exactly.
thing. And I'm like, you know, I just found out about, you know, what is it, slapper bangers and slappers or something?
Yeah. Slappers and
I'm
bangers,
like,
yeah.
all these like events and
Oh,
stuff. I'm like,
shit,
that just
yeah.
go on. And I'm like,
Yeah, bro.
that's you know, because I mean, I was born here, but my
Yeah.
folks ain't from here.
Yeah, right.
And, you know, just being busy, you know,
Yeah.
doing all these things and then going
Kind of get out the
of
loop
state.
sometimes. Yeah,
It's like,
facts.
oh, so it's interesting for real.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
When did you find out about Slappers and Bangers?
Huh?
When did you find out about Slappers
About
and
like
Bangers?
last year, I was
Last year. I was about to,
Yeah.
so like, did you go to the last one, the joint
Nah.
under the bridge? It was like that was a joint, like it like I hadn't been in a while, and I went to that joint. That joint was crazy.
You said under the bridge.
Yeah,
That's
it
crazy.
was under a bridge. I forget which one which bridge or like where we were at.
Like downtown?
Not downtown.
Shit,
I mean, that shows you. I mean, that's indicative of, I guess, the state I was in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
shit, no, bro. But that's crazy. Like you know, like you're kind of even just getting, you know, getting up
Yeah.
on it. So I mean, how do you even go about? Like, do you just pretty much just like kind of, you know, muscle your way and be like, yo, what's going on? I'm Cameron. I do bop 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 bop. You know, like how did you go about, you know, creating that network?
Yeah, it was really just because I working in the production and some things. You know,
Okay.
I think that's kind of what, because I actually was running the sound for the jazz, you know, event that was going on.
Okay, there you go.
It's
yeah.
like, okay, so y'all do this how often? It's like,
yeah.
if y'all need someone to do something, and
Right.
like, one day, like, you know, so just putting the word out, be like, hey,
Yeah.
I do this. If y'all ever have an opening or something, you know, put me in.
Right.
Shoot, if y'all need some photos, if y'all need videography too, you know, hit me up. I
Right.
can do with it. You know what I'm saying? So just really just voicing
Yeah.
myself. And I would say I'm a reserved person, but when it comes to having to do something like that, I have to get myself, you know, it's like, that's not even a part of me anymore.
Right.
So we doing this for you know, I was gonna say for the art. That sounds real
Sure,
corny.
but I mean, it's
But
just,
you
it's
feel me,
true.
like-
Like it's, I mean, but like it's true vibes. You know what I
doing
mean?
this
Like,
because I enjoy it.
Yeah,
You know, it's
right.
a passion. It's just even like outside of me. I just want to, you know, just, you know, climb and just see what, you know, what's going on.
where you can go with, like, you know, what you're into. As far as like the, you know, the videography, like the, you know, like the photography, like professionally, like when did you kind of get into the swing of that?
I got into that, I would say, during the pandemic. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So like just like around like the same time that that project dropped, Crossroads, or
probably a little bit after that.
a little bit after.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, like, was it tough? Like, I mean, that's kind of like a tough racket to get into during COVID. I mean, 'cause like you got to be on location for,
Yeah, it was definitely.
you know, a lot of that shit. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, like, how'd you, you know, deal with that?
I started doing music videos, so it was
Okay.
pretty, you know, even at the point it was still like smaller groups too. So I was like, you know, it wasn't like jumping into just like,
Videos
you know,
for other artists.
Yeah.
Okay, copy.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. My
Got you.
first video was Rail Z the Genius.
Okay.
It actually happened. I was at this event. I don't know what at Opia Studios.
Yeah.
And,
Shout out to
it was,
Opie.
like,
Yeah,
their
flex.
first- yeah, their first event, and and I was just chilling there. I don't even know how I was just pulled up. I guess I saw something, but yeah, I mean, just like really just finding out what's popping.
I
You know
guess
what
I
I'm saying?
saw something. That's hilarious.
I was like, shoot, And so yeah, I met some a guy there. He was like, "Yo, man," he's like, "Oh, you do video?" Because I was just talking. I was
yeah,
like, "Yeah, I
not me
do
fat.
video."
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he's
all
like,
right,
"Oh man,
facts.
I got this shoot coming up, in a little bit." You know what I'm saying? He's like, "You wanna assist her with it?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I don't care, man." Like, I mean, so ended up, I just ended up doing the whole video. Like, long story short, I ended up shooting the whole video, editing it, and yeah, that's how it kind of started from there. It was like, okay, we can do that. Yeah.
And shout out to Ovia, man. That's that. I mean, bro, like just even with the just like even with like the videos that like you were able to get off like during COVID, was that just pretty much just people just saying like, yo, fuck these restrictions, like I'm gonna just try to get this off, and like were they like following those like straight COVID joints? Or
I was really just because I had like people around me that were
tight vibes, yeah, fact.
Stuff. And honestly, I was still dealing with recovery from the mold crap.
Fair, yeah, man, and that's fucking wild, yeah.
Yeah, so I was doing all that. I was just making it happen, saying you gotta do what you gotta do, and yeah. People were chill though. It was like a small group. It wasn't like I had like 20, 30, 40 people.
Right, yeah, nigga just right.
Yeah,
Stuff, right,
so,
right,
right. I was being mindful.
That's hilarious.
Everything, what I'm saying. Even when people came to like record, I was just like, I do that, now,
yeah,
always,
right,
but, spraying down everything. And
yeah.
So, it's just always, yeah.
Bro, Cameron, my man, bro. Thank you so much for coming up and chopping it up, bro. I really appreciate your insight on your career and how you got started and where you're at now. This is the point of the pod where if you got anything that you want people to look out for, just if you want to plug your social media brands to let them find you if you want to be found, please, feel free. But other than that, man, again, thank you so much for taking the time, and we appreciate you, bro.
For sure.
My man.
Hey, if anybody, what do I like look at you or?
No, bro. You can't look at me. You can look at it. Yeah,
yeah. But yeah, if y'all want to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is ICAMW. If y'all want to hit me up about some productions, videography, photography, audio engineering, mixing, production, anything, hit me up. Also ICAMW Productions on Instagram. And for myself, we got a song dropping this Friday, September 25th, called Get Back to You.
Dope.
It has been 4 years, and we getting back to it.
There you go.
So a little Afrobeat vibe. So I hope y'all enjoy. Streaming on all platforms.
There we go, man. Yo, Cam again. Thank you so much, bro.
Go.
Yeah.
I want to shout out my boy Corey, who mixed that song in Dolby Atmos. I know that's a lot of tracks, bro. 290 something tracks to mix in Dolby Atmos. That's a challenge, bro. So, I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the True Warriors, man. Listen, Cameron Warren in the building. MIC Podcast, episode 138, where everyone is a master of their own creation. We're in the building. And we're out, bro. Peace.